want to start this hour with that breaking news that we've had in the last few minutes. It's been confirmed a sixth tourist has died in a suspected mass methanol poisoning in the Southeast Asian nation of Laos. The Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong said 19-year-old Melbourne backpacker Holly Bowles died in a Thai hospital on Friday, a day after her best friend Bianca Jones passed away. A British woman, 2 Danes and an American are also amongst the dead. It is believed the tourist drank tainted alcohol whilst on a night out in Vang Vieng. A number of people remain in hospital after falling ill in the popular backpacking town. Well, let's go live to our news correspondent Nick Marsh, who's in our Asia Bureau hub in Singapore. So Nick, this sad news being confirmed by the Australian government and the family also issuing a statement.
Yeah, that's right. Holly Bowles' family have come out and confirmed this sixth death in this suspected mass methanol poisoning in Laos. In that statement that you're referring to, Nikki, her family says, "It's with broken hearts that we say our beautiful girl Holly is now at peace." They said, "We find comfort and solace in knowing that Holly brought so much joy to so many people." And Australia's Foreign Minister as well there, Penny Wong, confirming that Holly Bowles died just the day after her best friend Bianca Jones did, the same day that the 28-year-old British woman Simone White did. That's as well as 2 other Danish women and an American man as well. We don't know exactly how many other people are in hospital at the moment. The Lao authorities haven't exactly been very forthcoming with that kind of information. We know that some people are being treated. A New Zealand citizen, for example, that's been confirmed, is in hospital in Laos being treated for methanol poisoning. What we do know is that these 2 Australian women were at a hostel called Nana Backpacker Hostel. We know that free shots were being given out to people who arrived there, and we know that the owner of that hostel has been taken in for questioning by local police. There are some reports in Australian media that he's actually now been arrested. We haven't been able to independently confirm that, but really the crucial question isn't how these tourists have died. I think it's pretty clear now that this is methanol poisoning, but it's when and where did they get these drinks on this night out in Vang Vieng, and who supplied that alcohol?
Yeah, and it must be a big concern for the other backpackers, because this is a popular area with backpacking and youngsters, 19-year-olds, going maybe on their first trip abroad. There must be concern in that area now. How big a problem is methanol poisoning in that nation?
It is a big problem. Actually, I think the first thing you should say really is that this is an issue that affects locals far more than it does tourists across Southeast Asia. Methanol is a pretty cheap alternative for ethanol. It makes drinks stronger, but it's really devastating on the body. I mean, as little as 25 millilitres can kill you, and if you do get methanol poisoning, then up to 40% of cases end in fatalities if they're not treated quickly. Often these are bootleg products, so illegal producers making moonshine, then selling them onto bars and restaurants and such like. Now we have this spate of tourists who have been poisoned, more people who are hospitalized. It's going to get people very, very worried. And frankly speaking, this is very, very bad for the reputation of Laos that relies on tourism, and it relies on this influx of young people who just want to go there, have a good time, enjoy their first trip often in Southeast Asia with their friends. In terms of what you'd advise young people now, or any tourists traveling in Southeast Asia, it's hard to say, apart from completely avoiding all spirits and avoiding all alcohol, to be honest. In terms of actually tackling this problem, really you have to be much more stringent. The authorities need to enforce the standards, enforce the regulations when it comes to alcohol production much more rigorously, it seems.
Nick Marsh live in Singapore with that breaking news that a 6th tourist has died in Laos. Thank you very much.